Hey, this is Alexander Evans, the host of the Relationship Lab, where we thrive to make deeper connections with those you live with, work with, and play with. Hey, welcome to the Relationship Lab. I'm your host, Alexander Evans, and we have a beautiful guest with
thank you.
us today. Introduce yourself, Raelia.
Good. I want to know you remember my name. My name is Raelia Lewis. I'm a model, author. I do just about everything. I do it all. I make websites. Anything you can imagine creatively. I'm an actress. I just love to create.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna do this intro because I want to set this up right?
Okay.
So this segment is how your relationships with yourself shape all others. Have you ever noticed that the same pattern you showed up in all your relationships, the way you argue with your partner, is how you criticize yourself? The boundaries you struggle to set with your friends reflect the boundaries you never learned to set with your own thoughts and mind. Today, we're going to dive deep into the most fundamental relationship of your life, the one with yourself, and how it becomes a blueprint for every other relationship and a connection that you make.
Ain't that the truth? I learned that the hard way.
So how was your week, man? What you been up to?
I've been busy, hard things. I'm just a girl, so I need breaks. So I'm dealing with that.
Is that because you speed a lot?
No, it's about that time.
It's about that time.
I pushed it to the limit. But I'm healthy. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm here with my best friend.
Okay.
They're all cute.
Okay.
So I'm good. Weather's good. Feeling good. I can't complain. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, it's the weather has breaking though. It's a little warmer. I mean, it's cooler.
It's summer.
It's summer.
Expect some heat.
So are you a Philly girl?
I'm a Philly girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Born and raised Philly all day.
Philly all day?
Yeah, all day. North Philly.
North Philly.
North.
Okay.
North what I have, north.
So can people tell you got a Philly accent?
I get country accent a lot. I get like, are you from the South? I get that more than like the Philly accent thing. But do you hear an accent?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because people say Philly people have an accent. And I don't think I have an accent. I
don't hear an accent from Philadelphia natives, but when I go other places, they say we have an accent. So I don't think we can hear it. I think we're like blind to it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. This thing with your relationship with yourself is intriguing. So you know what's interesting? You are an author.
Yes.
Right. You have written 2 books.
2 books, yes.
2 books. And that one is your journey.
Trust Your Journey.
Trust Your
first
Journey.
Baby. Yes.
Wow.
So I released that in 2016.
Okay.
And I took my modeling career and I started off wanting to reach like younger girls because the industry is really, really tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to navigate it. There are so many like landmines. Yeah. You got to worry about creepy photographers. Yeah. You got to worry about knowing who you are, setting boundaries, like you said earlier, like that relationship you have with yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to make sure girls had a guide, like a real life guide to how to navigate the industry. But then I went like a whole spiritual way. Where I was like, this doesn't even have to be just for models. Like anybody could learn from this story, right? Mm-hmm. I put my real life experiences in a book and I kind of just broke down what it felt like. I broke down how I prayed and certain principles that I learned to ground myself in. So when life came at me hard, like adversity, I knew how to overcome them. So that's like the basis of the book. It's real life stories and practical ways of overcoming the scary things that happen every day to all of us in this human experience.
You know, it's interesting. I always say, like with me, right? I always say, you got to first like who you are.
For sure.
Before liking others.
Absolutely.
And I think that one of the things I have learned and I'm thinking about as I speak is that innate sense of discovering who you are. Mm-hmm. And one of the ways that I was able to recognize who I was early on, right? Just innately, number one, you have to be aware.
Mm-hmm. Self-awareness is key.
Right. Number 2, you have to believe. Mm-hmm. And number 3, you got to enact. Some people are aware, but they don't believe because they go external before internal.
Absolutely.
To get those things to validate something that's intrinsic. Mm-hmm. Right. And throughout that journey you talked about, is that what compelled you in conjunction? Like, hey, I'm on a journey with myself, like we all are, right? And then say, hey, let me put this down. Let me, be cool with who I am.
Yeah.
In the places that I go, because if you don't have that self-confidence, then others can mold you, shape you.
Absolutely.
Manipulate you.
Absolutely. So at that time, because I experienced so much after that point, but at that time, I think I'm 26 and I'm struggling in career. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to find a way to have a better experience with life. I'm dealing with anxiety, panic attacks. So I wrote the book because I wanted to allow people to learn from my lessons. No one's teaching us this stuff.
I know.
Like what's intrinsic? How do you go in, right? Like how do you evolve? I didn't hear that stuff till I started searching for that stuff because I had anxiety. And I was like mid-20s. So I just kind of stumbled across it. And I just started to really just want to help people figure out the things that I was learning the hard way. So it was like a preventative thing. It was like, how do I take all of these hard lessons and make someone else's experience a little easier? Because I wish someone had done that for me.
Yeah, I have a motto, and I talk about, we hear these things, I can't live without you. You are the breath that
you are the air beneath my wings.
Yeah, right. I need you in my life.
Yeah, get like that sometimes.
I'm like, I can live without you, number one, because I can live with me. Because I can live with me, and I kind of need air to breathe.
Absolutely.
But the one of the key things, and it's all these themes that we run in our head, and some of the things that I have done from a self-evaluation thing is, what am I eating? Right, that's changing the dynamics of who I am and how I see myself. And what I have learned early on is how I see myself is more important than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Right? Because if you don't know who you are, they'll tell you who to be. They'll tell you what to wear. They'll tell you who you need to be with. And they'll tell you where you need to go.
Yeah.
Right? It's
how
always,
you should think.
It's all three things. And you talked about anxiety. And, what, like you said, you didn't know some of these things, right?
No. One day I'm on set, I'm 18, and it's a full production, and I can't breathe. I just had a hamburger, I'll never forget. And I'm thinking like maybe I ate something wrong, maybe I ate too quick, maybe it's indigestion. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm on the floor in this stinky bathroom, and I'm having a panic attack for the first time in my life. And I'm like, something's wrong, but I had never heard of anxiety. I had never heard of panic attacks. So as the year went on, I'm on a video shoot, and I'm in a car. We're going from one set to the next set. I'm having it again. And I'm like, can y'all put the windows down? I can't, the same thing. And I did that for a while till I got tired of it. And I Googled one day, like, can't breathe, but still alive. Like something crazy like that, right?
Google.
Google about it. They said you did. They said you did. But, and it said anxiety. Wow. So then I started to go on this whole, okay, so what's anxiety, right? And it took me years to really like understand how to regulate and understand how to live life around it and take it with me. At that time, I just was able to call it a thing. I knew what it was. I knew I wasn't dead. I knew I wasn't dying. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what was like causing the anxiety. And that was a whole different thing. It was the modeling career. It was the trauma around money. It was coming from the hood and trying to make it. It was seeing my brother get shot at 16 and hoping he would live to 30. Like it was just environmental factors, right? And like I said, it took me a really long time to learn how to not panic. Yeah. And learn how to show up anyway with the anxiety and know that I can, get through it. But the first thing is awareness. Yeah. You can't face anything. You can't overcome anything if you don't know what's happening. So it was just figuring out the hard way yet again that when you can't breathe sometimes it's anxiety.
Yeah. It's funny because we carry trauma and then we have triggers and then situations bring those things out that we manifest ourselves. It's interesting because one of the things that, I look at it is I have a saying that I run in my head. And T.O. pretty said it too. I love me some me. But anyway, but I walk lightly and carry things loosely.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
Like no attachment almost.
Yeah. I mean, because things come and go.
They do.
Who you are always stays with you. And the other component was that, how can I say this? It's a way that how when we don't have a good sense, of who we are, and three things people do in today's culture, in the capitalist culture, is the number one thing is we consume, right? Then we capitalize without a healthy perspective, right, on someone's weaknesses or situations.
Absolutely.
Then once you start consuming, you start comparing.
Yeah.
Right? And instead of looking at the beauty and the difference of someone else, we begin to look at what we don't have as opposed to what we do have. And that goes into, no, you're not your head.
Because you made me think of my journey. I had like a huge ego death, like maybe 3 years ago. I'm in a 7-year relationship and it starts to get bad like year 6. I can't figure out what's going on. My body is doing all of this stuff. I'm coughing up blood. I dropped 40 pounds and I ain't really got 40 pounds to drop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, it's just like, I'm not myself. I'm wearing sweatsuits every day. My family like, where are your little cute outfits? I'm always depressed. And I realized that I was doing everything all wrong. Like when you talk about having that sense of self and knowing how to live intrinsically, I was living extrinsically, meaning I was putting myself into this relationship. That was my identity. This modeling career was my identity. Like everything outside of me was my identity. So it was like God just took it all away. Like at one time, it was like an explosion, right? The relationship, I knew I had to leave. It had got so bad where it was like physically abusive. It was emotionally abusive. It was terrible. Then I got dropped by my agent. So now like, who am I? What do I do? Because I have spent the last probably 15 plus years of my life being a model.
Wow.
Everyone knows I'm a model. How do I make a living? And I'm living with the guy that I have to leave, right? He's paying all the bills. How do I survive? When I'm 31 years old, I am on the floor in the bathroom and I write scriptures on the wall. And for like 8 months every day, I'm just in shambles. Can't eat, can't sleep. Because how did I get here? No one teaches you how to love yourself. I thought I loved myself. I liked how I looked. I liked the way my mind worked. I was nice. I had great friendships for the most part. Like I liked the kind of person I was, but I am not those things. Yeah. And it took for me to have to face myself to realize that and then figure out, okay, how do I do it better? How do I do it the right way? So I incorporate God first. I'm like, all right, God, I'm here. Hands up, white flag. I'm willing to jump out the jet with no parachute and do this entire thing completely over. And I'm going to give myself grace. No timelines. I don't need to have anything by this age. I'm not living my life like that anymore, right? I had put so much pressure on myself for so long to be something, to look like I was doing it right, to have things, right? And like you said, everything passes. The only thing standing is me. And I have to make sure that I am on solid ground. So like that has been the work that I have been doing for like the past 3 years of like facing myself, facing my fears, doing really scary things, being alone, not dating, no sex. Like just trying to like really like get it right this time, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, no one teaches us that. So I'm literally building from scratch.
But it's interesting. So you brought up a couple of things and I'm gonna add some anecdotal stuff. So I share with people, it is highly advisable, let me use that word, not to confuse how one looks and what one does with who one is.
Absolutely.
And too often we give people things they don't have, right? And don't see them as for who they are.
For sure.
Like I always say, don't take away what they have, but don't give them what they ain't got. We give people a lot of things they don't have. She's cute, that means this. He's fine, that means this. They got money, she's smart, he's smart, right? And we start building these characters in our head.
Can I add
go for it.
Because that could be true. But to add some nuance, sometimes people aren't always integral. People are selling you dreams. People are telling you things consistently.
Which is true.
You have to learn how to pick up on the signs, on the body language, on the behaviors, on the like I had to learn what manipulation looked like. No one tells you what manipulation looks like. My mom never said there, no shade to mom. I love my mom. Let me not use her because she's going to think I'm shading her. Let me use somebody else. Nobody ever told me what manipulation could look like. I had to start listening to podcasts about like narcissistic abuse and manipulation tactics and emotional abuse to understand that's manipulation. That's emotional abuse. I had to learn what those things were to be able to identify them. So we go into these relationships. I got into the relationship, I'm 24. I'm a virgin at 24. He's the first guy I'm with. That man ran circles around my afro. When I say he had me by the afro, he told me all kinds of things for 7 years. So it wasn't like I was seeing like bad behavior consistently for 7 years. This is someone that put me in therapy, couples therapy, to prove to me that he was committed while he was also having an array of affairs. Okay? So everyone's situation looks completely different. Some guys or girls, I don't want to make it gender specific.
Yeah.
They have a way with words.
Oh.
They read the 48 Laws of Power and researched it and figured out how to make it work. And you have to learn how to coin in or hone in on your intuition, because your body will tell you things that even your mind can't. And that's what I had to learn. If this don't feel right,
it ain't
explore it. Pray on it. I take everybody to God now. I got a question, God, can you help me? Okay? Because the man ran circles around me.
I got all these sayings, right? I got like 1,000 sayings, right? So the question is, what prevents people from seeing that person for who they are as opposed to who we want them to be?
I think knowledge. I think you need to understand what's happening.
You know what blinds us?
Sometimes the potential, what we want it to be.
So people forgo honesty to get what they want. Because in their heads, unconsciously, they say, what is it going to cost me? And can I afford to lose it? Go ahead.
But everybody doesn't do that. And that's where I was lost, right? Because when you're not a manipulator, you don't always think about that. You don't consider that.
You're right.
You don't consider that people have an intention.
Yeah.
That they have a motive. You just think, I meet this great guy, I meet this great girl, we connect, I like her, she likes me, we want to be together, we're building. You don't create space for the fact that somebody's coming to you, they watched you for a while.
Yeah.
They researched you. And now they're going to mirror you so that they can figure out how to cohabitate with you and sometimes conquer you. Sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't have the language for that because I did not think like that. So like that was my blind spot. I didn't create space for the fact that some people are out here doing exactly that, because I didn't do that, didn't even consider it.
And one of the barometers or a way that you can gauge the temperature is, do I feel like I'm losing who I am at the expense of others? Right? And is that person nourishing me, right, as I'm nourishing myself? And will this person grow with me and not take advantage of my vulnerabilities or my challenges, weaknesses, or blind spots?
Yeah.
Right? That's when you have the best interests of others. And I always say, what I expect of you, now, this is my rule of thumb. Let me say that.
Fair enough.
What I expect of you, I should expect that of myself first.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, if you're a manipulator and things of that nature, then it looks a little totally different, with that. And those relationships are the most difficult ones to have. But in that process, you said something I want to share. You said something from North Philly, and you said North. Right? North Philly. So one of the things that I have learned, right, that is not where you from, is where you at and where you need to be.
Okay.
Because at times when we label ourselves or someone say within this environment, right, that means the people are X. Where guess what? You was brilliant no matter where you were.
Absolutely.
Because you was different here.
For sure.
Not from a physical standpoint, for a mental.
Intrinsically,
yes. Right? So when you say that, what you think comes to mind?
I think, okay, so I have a different experience with that because as a model, you're taught to be very commercial, very polished. You hide the North Philly. You don't speak a certain way. You have to code switch a lot. So I learned to embrace that. That's why I said North, right? Because I'm good enough. I'm worthy enough. I'm beautiful enough, even from like North, right? You go into Manhattan, you go into LA, and you ghetto, and you too black. I had to own that I'm from North Philly, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it like that, because in certain environments, you are considered less than because you're from there. Geography never made anybody a better person. I don't live my life like that. I never believed that. But when you step into the world, how I was sometimes handled, let me know that people thought certain things of me, particularly that I was ghetto, which I ain't even mad at because I am a little ghetto. I'm hybrid. I'm hybrid, right? So I ain't even mad at all that.
I was gonna say divergent, but go ahead, hybrid. I like it. I like it.
But like that's why I own it. You damn right. It's for me. It's a revelation. It's something to be proud of.
But I would say I think that's an advantage, right?
Absolutely.
Because I think when people say that, or if they know, they may be hesitant on how they're going to deal with you. Because then they can, right? Because then they can say, hold on, wait a minute. I can't be slick with this person. I got to be a little sharper. So those are the things that we can use to our advantage.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love being from Philly because it taught me the streets in a lot of ways. It taught me how to be strong, how to stand up for myself. I go into certain rooms and I'm not afraid. I can handle myself. I will defend myself under any circumstances. Don't let this afro and this flower fool you. But I also know how to be cute and wear a gown, and you never know. So I love being from North Philly. I love it.
So in the model thing, right? In these spaces that we operate in, how have you fought against I don't even want to frame it that way. What challenges that you see people have with pleasing people?
Oh my God, so many. First of all, you don't make money unless someone says you, like unless someone chooses you. So you constantly need to be chosen, which means that you constantly have to be like, hi, I'm here. You constantly are putting your everything in the hands of other people. And these are people who don't look like you, who don't know you, who don't care about you, right? So the people pleasing for me started a lot sooner than that. But modeling didn't help because my whole existence was about how do I get the job? How do I convince them to like me? How do I avoid rejection? I had to learn how to lean into the rejection, to lean into the uncertainty, to know it's a part of life. And then no matter what, nothing makes me. Like I own nothing, nothing owns me. A few years ago, I had this, I'm dramatic, but it was a traumatic experience, right? I wanted this CoverGirl job so bad. CoverGirl kept putting me on hold. So on modeling, when they put you on hold, it means they kind of just like press pause on you, like just hold these dates, right? It's not a guarantee. But when CoverGirl's looking at you, like that's a huge thing.
Oh yeah.
That was my dream. They put me on hold, then they released me. They did this for about 8 months. So every month I'm on hold, I'm worried, I'm panicking, I'm checking my email. God, please let them pick me this time. Please let them pick me this time. And they never picked me, right? So I'm crying. I mean, imagine like the emotional roller coaster, like you're getting this close to your dream and they just keep pulling you back, right? And I'm seeing other girls they work with. Why not me? And I'm talking to this guy one day about business and he's like, why do you need that CoverGirl job so bad? Like, what is that going to do for you? Like, what is that going to change? And I never thought about why I cared so much, like why I was so attached to it. I just wanted it, right? So that got me to start exploring like why I put so much into certain things, the ideas of certain things, why I needed this guy to like me. And what I came up with was that it wasn't going to change anything. It was a $700 job. And I was going to be all right. I was going to have the same house, the same car, and I was just going to have a picture on Instagram that said I worked with CoverGirl. So that got me to really exploring like, I can't keep doing this for $700 jobs. Like, how do I like me? Because if the job never comes, I deserve to have joy. Like that's my birthright. I deserve peace. I deserve laughter. And life ain't always about accomplishing something. Like it ain't always about, like you could just go call your best friend and have fun on a random Tuesday. Take a walk.
And that's back to the quote I said the other day. Not just the other day, a few minutes ago.
The other day.
Yeah. That is not what you do, is not who you are. And we have to look at it that way too, right?
Yeah.
That whole piece. I remember this one story, right? I'm because I wear a beard, right? And that's a Philly thing too. You like Philly was the ones rocking beards, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know Philly was the cats rocking beards. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So I always had a beard in corporate, right? So back to all these constructs, right? And I used to have the George Michael look, he's a little lighter than this. And people was like, well, you can't wear a beard in corporate. I'm like, really? And I was like, no, I'm wearing one. But being able to show up. And I remember this one time, this guy said, Alex, we want you to, I'm going for this interview.
Okay.
And at this time, I didn't care if I got the job. And the person said, well, Alex, we want to know if you fit in, right? This is, so I asked the person, what am I fitting into? Right? Now, you tell me on the description that you want someone disruptive. That's counterintuitive fitting in. Long story short, what I said to the person was, it's not a matter if I fit in. The question is, will you make room?
I like that.
So it's not that we can't be in the room. Will they make room for us to be in that room? And sometimes your presence reveal what's inside somebody.
Absolutely.
In the room. We just got to make sure that we're not the person that's the problem. When difference shows up, it reveals what's in somebody. So when you walk in a room, they be like, I'm uncomfortable.
Always.
And you be like,
they see these legs and they always.
But it ain't you. It's what you,
right.
It's what your presence did.
Absolutely.
To make them feel uncomfortable. And it's back to that intrinsic thing. Like, why am I feeling this way?
People are not asking themselves questions. They're not. They're on autopilot. They don't know. Like you said, they consume. They just want to feel things, but they want to feel good things. People are so afraid of failure. They're afraid of uncertainty, so much so that they don't even try, that they don't even do hard things because they don't like what it feels like. Whereas though I had to lean in because you only grow through tough things.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
This one is, I'm sure people want to know the answer to this, right? Do you fight, or how do you fight not allowing someone to put you in a box?
I was about to say I carry many signals. Go ahead.
Don't tell them the secrets now. Bear spray. That don't put you in the box of you just being attractive. Or is that something that you have to?
I like being attractive.
No. You are attractive. So let me just say, but I'm just saying, but someone putting you in that one-dimensional lens.
Yeah.
Right. And like you said, how do you, and this is helping people out, that when people are attractive, number one, can you handle what you attract, and can you attract what you handle? Who's attracted to you? So how do you fight that component? Like, man, she fine, and get past the maze for all kind of.
You know what? That's a good question. I commit to nobody and nothing. Because I feel like even that's sometimes performance and it's anxiety, and I can't control it. I can't control what you see when you look at me, right?
Yeah.
And if you aren't willing to give me a fair shot, it ain't nothing I can do but surrender to the fact that you.
No, hold on. Some people will shoot their shot. What you talking about?
But you can shoot your shot with a preconceived notion.
Which is true.
Of what you think I am.
Yeah.
Oh, she a model. She probably not smart. Oh, she did. She from North Philly. She probably ghetto. Sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to make peace with the fact that people have their own stories that they make.
Yeah, which is true.
And I got some of my own, right? And the objective for me was to just get so content with myself that I'm not trying to be anything for you or change your mind. Because no matter what I tell you, if you don't believe it, there's nothing I can do. I can't give you a PowerPoint presentation. Like, if your mind is made up, I could be nice. I could be generous. If you cannot receive it, if you don't know how to know what love looks like or what companionship or connection looks like, I am wasting my time. So when I realize that, my power becomes drop the nigga. Walk away. You tried. You have exhausted all options. You have done a good thing.
She said.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. The bottle, you're hilarious. I didn't expect that. But I made room.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued by this as well, right? That in your journey, and then discovering your journey, and then helping people within the industry that you in, right? That whole fighting the perfectionist, aspect of, because they are using your aesthetics,
absolutely,
right, to move product, sell product,
shallow business,
and even inspire hope. How do you help? Oh, let me ask you that. Have you helped? I'm sure you have. That you have helped people with. I don't look as good as you. That don't mean I'm not as good as you.
Well, I don't say it like that.
No, I'm saying somebody walking up to you saying that. In that frame, right? When people look at your beauty, some people say, "Oh, I wish I was as beautiful as you are." How do you help a person calibrate that if they say it in that way? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think if I don't think I've had that happen. No, but people, I notice that a lot of women are not confident, right? They're not always comfortable as I am in my skin sometimes. And I tell them it's a decision. I am 6'1" in North Philly.
You are. You walked in.
I got called Yao Ming,
really?
Lurch, Shaquille O'Neal my whole life, Arnon Board. They just started thinking I was fine a few years ago. Okay? This is new.
They was hard. Yeah.
They was hard on me. I was the bro for a long time. I had to decide that I was enough. I had to decide that when I looked in the mirror, I liked myself. And it couldn't be about what anybody else thought, right? So I just share that. I just tell them the truth. I think sometimes we try to make, people are so egotistical that they don't tell the truth. I'm not afraid to like show myself, to show my scars, to like be seen. So if a girl's struggling with anything, I say, girl, me too. That man did what? Girl, he did it to me. You know, I tell the truth. That's how I connect. You disarm people with honesty, right? And then this is how I got to where I am at now. I practice. I talk to myself really well. I went natural. I stopped wearing weave. Hold
on, whoa. Now, how you cover that up?
What do you? Well, because
that's good. I'm going to say you said you just stopped wearing the wig.
You do braids. You put the wig on, or the tracks on. So I did things throughout my mid to late 20s into my 30s to start to show up in the world proud to be me. How do I own me? Take off the makeup and put a selfie on Instagram. Don't be so perfect all the time. I used to be so afraid to talk online. All I would post is like professional pictures. Post some real stuff. Like you just practice it. You just do one scary thing little by little. And then one day you wake up and you have arrived somewhere different. So that's what I tell people. If you're scared to post something online because you're worried about likes, post it and get off. You survive, right? And then when you survive, it's not that bad. You're okay. And you just consistently do it.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to let you walk by this one point you just made. Hold on a minute. No. I'm sitting there thinking in my head. You said, I used to wear a weave. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. I would have never imagined you did, right?
Men are so dense. Saying, no, I'm joking.
No, because of the fact.
we wear weave. Yes, you braid your hair down, you straighten it.
No, I know they do that, but I'm saying, but your hair is nice. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you. But I didn't know that. That's a whole different story.
This is what I'm getting at.
I had no idea my hair was nice.
See, this is where I'm getting at.
I wore perms. I got perms from like 6 to like 21. I had no idea my hair could curl. One day I'm at our house and I did something to my hair. I did the wrong thing. I put Miracle Whip in my hair. Don't judge me. Protein. And my hair got real hard, right? So I'm using her products trying to get it soft. And I was like, I couldn't get perms no more because my hair was like messed up. So then I started to really damage my hair from the heat. Heat damage is a real thing. In modeling, I was having a hard time finding my look. You have to understand your look to really make it in the business. Like, what's your kind of beauty? What do you represent? It has to be bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out what to do with my hair. So I go to Africa in like 2016. And I'm there for like 3 months. And while I'm there, something just told me to just take the weave out. Like it was old, it was fried, it was dyed, it was to the side. Took it out and now my hair is just a mess. It's limp.
Yeah.
It's just on all this crazy stuff. So when I get back to the States, I booked this job and the lady humiliated the hell out of me. So it's like this hair demonstration. And she is like, girl, if you don't cut, it's a whole convention center for the people. I'm the model. And she's like, girl, if you don't cut this crack. And it's so damaged. And she embarrassed me so much that I decided to chop. I chopped it and then I went natural after.
Wow.
Yeah. So since then I have been on this whole journey of like embracing my hair and my texture and all that stuff.
And listen, and I think that's what's important. I think that's a beautiful thing because that journey you talked about, relationship with yourself, and your hair is one component of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Your height is another.
Hell yeah.
is another.
Yes. Everywhere I go. They're like, goddamn.
Your height is another component of it. And I really believe that this is very inspirational to people that we have in this conversation because I think a lot of people need to begin to find out who they are and dig who they are and listen.
You love it.
And what you believe about yourself is way more important than how others.
Yes, your internal dialogue. You have to be in this body. You have to wake up. And this is your life. You get this one life. And it's enough. And you have to train yourself to appreciate it. Exactly where you are in the present. Not what used to go on. Not where you want to be. But today. And like I said earlier, it is a practice. So you do things to get there, to arrive there. Intentional things like no weave, no makeup, like whatever you need, because it will look different, right? But you have to intentionally try to heal. And we have different wounds.
Yeah.
We have different kinks and different wirings. So you have to sit with yourself and ask yourself hard questions. My biggest teacher, whenever I like a man, I'm like, why you like that man? Why you nervous? I hate it. Why you nervous?
Hold on, wait a minute. When you like a man, I know we got to go. What does it reveal?
Oh, my abandonment.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid to be abandoned. My fear of rejection. I'm afraid that he will.
I thought men don't like rejection. I didn't know women that
humans don't like rejection.
I thought that was a man thing. I didn't know that women. I didn't know that was.
We are more alike than we're different.
I know. You know, I'm playing, right?
Yeah, but that I want you to like me. It's not that I want the entire male species. I just need one. I want this one, this fish. So like that's always difficult. I make myself explore it. I make myself accept it. I do nothing to get his attention. I don't try hard. I let the man go. The beautiful big dog has to go. Woo! But the girl, sometimes I be struggling. I'm a human. I don't do nothing with it though. I do nothing.
One last question.
Okay.
When they meet you, because I always say this with men, and this is the discovery piece, right? As yourself. Most guys think when they see an attractive woman, that she ain't flying solo.
Oh yeah, they swear I got roster. Nada.
Jasmine Sullivan, that
I ain't
roster.
got nothing. When I tell you when I get a text, I know it's a Fashion Nova blowout sale. I know, cause my best friend don't even text me. When I tell you, I'm like, who got a sale and do I want to buy? It ain't. When I tell you, there's nothing going on. Like,
that's why. You know what's funny? I'm telling you, I know people will be like, she lying. I'm serious.
There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. I mean, my phone like, wow. And it's been like this consistently for or I'll meet a man here and there. I'm not going to lie. It's like a 48-hour window. They don't go past, it's like the first 48. They don't make it to 72 hours. Like, it's like they say the wrong thing. Like, it's just like they don't be doing the right stuff. Gotta let them go. I tried.
Well, so how can you help them? Like, what would you...
You gotta be careful with helping men. Don't help them get you.
Well, let me say it this way. Man, we got to have a part two.
I know. No, we ain't done. They queuing us.
Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. But I will say, hey, listen. What you have heard today, more importantly, I think, which is critical is, the journey, discovering who you are and how to build a healthy, relationship with yourself. Because always say, if you don't like who you are, don't invite me over because you're going to make me the problem. Right? don't invite me over because I'm going to become the problem.
Yes.
And as you can see with this fine young lady here, that we all have challenges. And it's a journey for all of us to kind of get in that space that looks like that we have everything together. But when we do is when we go inside.
We never have everything together. And I think we have to just embrace that.
I'm going to say this, and I'm closing. And I'm closing because I can't say this. Because my man said, you're out of time. You only got 5 minutes. Well, listen. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in with our lovely guest.
At Raelia Lewis.
Yes. Look, she has a book. I don't care if it's 2016. It doesn't mean anything. State your book again.
Trust Your Journey.
Trust Your Journey, meaning trust yourself. Go for your endeavors. And until we meet again, we appreciate you joining the Relationship Lab. I'm your beautiful host, Alexander Evans. See you soon and wait for the next episode.